Hi.
Here we
That's
are.
it. That's going to be the smile.
Hi. Here we are. Sitting so properly. Hi, here we are.
Hi, here we are.
Hi, here we are.
Hi, here we are.
Sitting so properly.
Sitting straight up and down.
Straight up and down. We're winning posture awards. So much good posture. You couldn't shake a stick at that.
Boom, boom.
About that time is all about having great sitting position. Oh, here we go. It's time to make sure that I'm gonna do the intro.
It's like a speakeasy.
Mary Jane, good afternoon. Welcome to About That Time. We are very excited on this very Wednesday. We have a super special guest in the house today, the one and only Kalea McNeill. If you haven't been following Kalea's career, you are going to know all about her very, very soon. Not only has she been tearing stages up with her stand-up routines, but you can see her on upcoming episodes of the CW's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, where she plays the inmate Khalifa, as well as upcoming episodes of CBS's Criminal Minds. Kalea, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Here we are,
appreciate
doing our thing. Now,
Yes.
we like to do something on About That Time. We like to smoke some weed. So I think we rolled up a joint.
Sure,
I put
absolutely.
that, usually I take that responsibility.
You know?
Sometimes I pass that responsibility on to others. This is a noble joint.
Thank you.
Now,
I mean,
you're a blunt roller, that's what you told me.
I am a blunt roller.
Okay.
I did preface it with that before. Let's make sure it's hitting first. This is the nervous part.
Oh, before we celebrate.
Okay, it's good. We're good. Good. I did well. Thank you, Wiz.
Yeah, you were telling us who put you up on the joint rolling game. The one and only Wiz.
Yes. See, what I tell people to try to impress them, I just blanketly say, Wiz Khalifa taught me how to roll a joint. And I leave it at that, and I walk away, and I let them sit in that. What they don't know is, it was a YouTube video.
Right.
But it was Wiz's YouTube video, and it was me watching it. So, I mean, me and like 20,000 other people.
Lying
but I was taught.
/ not lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, I was taught.
That
by the
was
wizard himself.
The wizard himself.
Yes.
Now, you're a NorCal lady.
Yes.
So, did you grow up in the blunt rolling tradition? Was that your first entree into the world of the cannabis?
Actually, I grew up square. I grew up very square. And then when I did discover the magic that is cannabi, I started out with blunts, for sure. Definitely started out with swishers, to be exact. And then when I moved to Atlanta, because you got to understand, a lot of people don't know, you smoke different types of blunts in different parts of the country.
In different cities. Now, that's actually one of the funnest things about hosting this show is we have guests from all over the country, so we've learned all about regional blunt smoking and marijuana smoking traditions. Now, what did you discover when you moved to Atlanta?
Atlanta is the land of the Dutch. The land of the Dutch master. To this day, the Dutch master is my preferred blunt, I guess, capsule.
Yeah, cocoon.
Cocoon.
Blunt cocoon.
But, oh my goodness, it's happening.
It happens. Sometimes it occurs when the cannabis gets smoked. All right.
Okay. Mom will be proud of that one. But now, everybody's on Backwoods.
Backwoods wave. Flavored
That's like...
Are you up on the flavored Backwoods wave?
I'm more original if I do it.
Keep it simple.
But I mean, honestly, Backwoods, there's levels to the type of weed smoker you are. And Backwoods is almost like either you're trying to be fancy or you got some money coming in. Backwoods are high as hell. They are very expensive. And, I mean, ever since weed became legal, what we didn't realize what was going to happen was everything associated with weed got more expensive. The blunts got more expensive. Backwoods, which already were like $2. It's like, okay, let me splurge. I'm going to get a backwood. They're now at minimum like $4. I'm like, unless there's weed already in this backwood, keep it.
Keep it.
Right. So the only time you'll see me smoking a backwood, quite honestly, is if I'm with someone who's already smoking one and I've swiped it before they've noticed. That's a fact.
So like a sneaky backwood pocketing moment.
Boom. Yeah. Other than that, Dutch Master.
Because free is the right price.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Yes. This is of the earth. Why am I paying for this? Even the back. This is tobacco leaf.
It came from Mother Earth, and I'm returning it to Mother Earth.
Quite honestly, Noah, if you don't mind me going there, you know, a backwood is a tobacco leaf. So I, as a direct descendant of some slave somewhere, should get backwoods for free.
Interesting.
I'm not sure. Do you grow tobacco? Do you pick it?
Well, I think it must have to be grown and then picked.
It was harvested.
For certainly harvested. It didn't harvest itself, but for damn sure.
Jesus, blacks are gonna hate me that are watching this. Look, listen, before I'm woke. I got lost in that quick moment.
Guys, everyone gets lost in a moment now and again. Don't take it too personal. People feel like you say one thing once and it means everything. They don't want to. They don't want to forgive you for anything you've ever said.
Oh no, that's why I have to watch what I say before, because I know once I make it, diarrhea of the mouth.
Okay, bye.
Let your publicist handle all that. Kalea, did you really say that? Yeah, and what's the fine?
Yeah.
You know.
Bill me.
One day.
Motherfuckers. That's what I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of keeping one's comments out of trouble,
right?
Is that challenging when you're writing comedy routines, when you're telling stories, doing stand-up? You kind of gotta, like, how do you balance, like, that you don't really, like, how bad do you want to piss people off?
Honestly, in this day and age, just do you. Because the more you sit and you think about it, you're taking all the originality out of your piece. Like, my stand-ups are no different than the conversation I'm having with you right now. I'm just telling you guys about things that I've been through, things that happened to me, people around me. Jokes, of course, you know, cultural jokes, you know, racial jokes. These are things that you have to understand. The most offensive thing is always going to get the biggest laugh. I think what the issue is with stand-up is when it goes from the comedy club to social media. People don't know how to differentiate between the two. I.e., this is going to be a somewhat unpopular opinion, but when Roseanne made her comment about the woman, and she said that she looked like a monkey or what have you, and she kind of went on and on. Roseanne's issue was putting that comment on Twitter. And the reason I say that is because I'm in comedy clubs 7 nights a week. Whether I'm performing or not, I'm there. I'm a comedy club bum. That's what you do when you're a comic. You go to the clubs. I could see something like that being said at a late night show by some old white lady, some old white guy on stage. It would get uncomfortable after, and then it would move on. Nobody would deem them a racist. Nobody would say anything crazy about them. But the moment you put it pen to paper, there's no jumping back from that. You can't tell somebody's tone of voice, somebody's intent by just reading what they say. I know I just kind of filtered off a little bit. The weed will do that. Oh no, I'm cool for now. But I try not to let other people affect my writing. If that was the case, then I'm not writing comedy anymore. I'm writing a sketch, and I guess I should make you a co-writer since your feelings had so much to do with what I ended up finally executing. I say what I want to say. And I also feel like being a black, gay, tomboy woman on top of that, that's 3, there's not much that I feel like I can't say. Because, I mean, you know, I'm offended constantly by just being the person that I am. So I feel like I get a pass sometimes. I've never really had anybody approach me. One time I had a young lady approach me at a show about something I said that offended her. And, I mean, in one ear and out the other, I apologized, went on about my business. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and that's a nice way to react to it, because sometimes these minor interactions get blown into huge headline news.
Yeah.
So keep it chill.
That's it.
Let your feelings be known. Now, we like to make sure that our audiences are up on everything that's going on with you.
Yeah.
We like to go and take a couple pictures from your Instagram and just have you tell us the story behind it. Are you ready for this?
I am now.
Okay. I got a couple pictures for you. You tell us what's going on in these images. All right, the first one, I believe this is a image from being on set. Am I right about that?
Yes, that is an image from, that was my release day. No. That's an image from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the most recent season. I want to say that episode will be about 6 episodes in. That's my character. That's Khalifa. As you see, she's an inmate in the LA County Jail. She's a dirty thief. But she's happy about it. That's what that is.
And how do you feel about that role? Did you feel like it's something that you like got it?
Oh yeah, I have fun with it. It's definitely a good time. It's funny that I ended up getting this role. My parents, for a living, work in law enforcement.
Oh wow.
So actually, I hadn't told my dad. I told my mom. I hadn't told my dad about the role. And I sent him a picture of just me and that, and he lost it. And I had to calm him down, like, Dad, I don't think, like, if I were actually arrested, I'd be sending you a selfie from my phone. Calm down. Like, everything's fine. Oh, this is a role. Okay. Congratulations. Yeah. He's not happy about it.
He doesn't like that you're portraying an inmate.
No.
Now, you got to give us a little background here, because it sounds like growing up with two folks in law enforcement must have been an interesting situation.
It definitely was. My mother was a correctional counselor, so any type of lie you tried to get out of, she already knew everything that was going on.
Wow, a professional lie interpreter.
Basically,
wow.
For crazy California inmates on top of that. So, of course, she can handle this little black kid.
Right.
My dad was a correctional officer, retired out of the Department of Paroles in the Bay Area. My dad, generally speaking, was a little bit more easygoing than my mom as far as, like, the discipline went and things of that nature. But when you got Dad mad, it was about to be a problem. He was the lecturer. I mean, he often made me feel like I was somebody on his caseload, because when he would go in, and he didn't mind, using some of his same verbiage, his same techniques, and always reminding us, I talk to people every day about this same thing, and I'm telling you where you can end up, because I've seen it. I see it every day. I don't know why he sounded like Bernie Mac at the end there, but that happened.
I believe it.
I don't know where it came from.
Channeled Bernie Mac on occasion.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's how it goes. Well, we've got another one from your Instagram.
Okay.
Different kind of vibe. I think you're on the red carpet here.
Yes.
What's going on?
That is at the HAP Awards. That was about 2-3 weeks ago. It's this little award show, the Hollywood and African Prestigious Awards is what it's called. Don't ask me what that means. I have no idea. But it was one of those, my manager hit me up. She was on the committee for the award show, and they wanted me to present an award that night. So I was like, sure, no problem. I show up. Now, they tell me, red carpet is at 4 o'clock. At this point, I had never really had a red carpet experience. So, tomato didn't really mean much to me. Showed up at 4 o'clock. They throw me on the red carpet. They start interviewing me, asking me questions about my various gigs, what I'm doing there, who I'm going to be presenting to. Then once we got actually inside of the award show, I guess even though it's called the Hollywood African Prestigious Awards, I wasn't thinking like continental Africa. I was thinking like black actors and actresses. But apparently, the award show itself is the culminating event of 2 weeks worth of events that are happening in Africa with the actors and actresses and entertainers over there. So they're having different events, different awards, royalty is being honored, and I guess the people who received all the awards over there are then flown here to Los Angeles. The culminating event is the HAP Awards, and we present them with different awards as well. So it was a bigger deal than I thought. So, it was a good thing I ironed that day.
Good to be well ironed.
Yes.
When receiving an award. That's great life advice.
Thank you.
Iron yourselves out, guys. If you were ever wondering whether or not to iron.
I ironed the shirt. I did. Not the pants, though, because I've watched your show before, and I'm like, I'm not going to be standing.
It's true. We haven't had a standing dance segment moment or anything like that.
And if you pick today, my pants are unironed and my mom is watching, so I'd rather you not.
All right, guys. Today will not be the stand-up pants analysis dance moment, but it may happen in the future.
I also have on white socks, which I don't know if that's a faux pas, because is this an issue?
It's hard to keep up with sock trends. I gotta say, like, what is the great way to wear a sock nowadays? Sometimes you get so overwhelmed, you decide not to wear no socks.
You know,
I just,
then
you know what?
Then they pass judgment. They pass judgment when you don't wear socks. Because I often don't wear socks. Oh, do your feet? No, my feet don't stink.
No, put a fly knit on and keep it moving. That's what I say. Well, we've got another one from the Instagram. I think this looks like potentially a family affair of some kind here.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on here.
My sister and I don't know if you remember when recreating old family photos was like a trend for about a week. We decided to recreate an old Easter photo of ours. My mom is infamous for lining us up in front of either the front door, or we would go to this woman's house named Mima. Now, Mima... Mima is one of those family friends that you never really liked them, but you just kind of grew up around them. You never know how this even started in the first place because it started way before you. Like, I used to hate going to Mima's house because Mima was Mima, like, that's associated with mean old lady, right? When you hear Mima, there's no peppermints involved. Like, you're getting a spanking, go sit over there, don't touch nothing, don't talk. I don't know why Mima turned into a woman from the Bronx just now either, because she's not. She's a little old lady from Fairfield. Rest in peace, she's dead now. So this all sounds very terrible, but I'm just being honest. Okay, so we were at Mima's house. Mima had this random curtain. It was like the world's first ever, like, photo booth curtain. Like, you know how photo booths are the thing now?
Yeah.
Mima had the world's first one. So she sets up this photo booth curtain, and she tells me and my sister to go stand in front of it. And that's why my sister, God rest her eyesight, look at these glasses she has on. You can even see through those frames that that's a smile of fear, because Mima is standing right there. Me, I'm mischievous, I'm cute, I know whatever I do, I'm gonna get away with it slightly. I'm ready to get out of there. I'm looking off because I'm ready to go this way here. So we just decided to recreate it in my mother's living room a couple years ago. Mima, man.
Mima, the reissue Mima photo. That looks like an epic moment. 2 epic moments, actually.
It is, but you brought back feelings that I had hidden and buried, so I want to thank you for that.
Well, this is a very feeling open kind of show,
okay.
You know? Like,
all right.
Smoke a little weed, let us know how you really feel.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of how you really feel, I think in this one there may have been some hunger involved.
Oh, God, yes. Yes!
What was going on here?
Woo! Okay, so that was probably... That picture encompasses the best time of my life in ever. I was working for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines at the time. I was a member of the cruise director staff. Our job was to party and bullshit on the ship. That's what we did. This was our port in Falmouth, Jamaica. It was a new port that had opened that year in Falmouth, Jamaica. This was going to be our final time there, and I had fallen in love with Jamaican beef patties. Jamaican beef and Jamaican chicken patties. I will marry you. If you had those here today, before we started shooting, I would have left. I would have went down the street, got a dress, I would have came back, and I would have married you on this show.
And then we would have had Jamaican beef patty catering for after the wedding, which is like, God, I mean, what better wedding could you have? I mean, who cares as long as you got Jamaican beef patties afterwards.
And that's what that is. It was, we were about to board back on the ship. I said, I have to get 2 more patties, one beef, 1 chicken. I'm going balls to the wall, and I want to eat them both at the same damn time. Because when else am I gonna get to do this here? Yeah, I can get Jamaican patties in LA, but not. The lady that made that, I couldn't understand a damn word she was saying. That's real shit.
You know it's gonna be
You know,
good.
I just pointed.
Yeah.
And she, very nice lady, round lady.
If you're pointing, you know the food's about to be good.
Yeah. I mean, if you notice, even in the background, that's actually, his name is Mike Hunterup. What a last name. He's going ham on a patty.
Ham patties.
And that it will be gentrified into that one day.
I'm sure there's some gentrified patties.
There's a ham patty out there somewhere.
Someone's doing a gentrified patty.
Gluten-free ham, vegan ham patty.
Impossible.
And then they're gonna spell ham funny because vegans, they spell meat funny because it's not really meat.
Like HAMM maybe.
Yeah, ham. Like okay, I get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. This whole vegan. I'm about to go off. I'm sorry. I'm done.
No, but like chicken, you could spell like Chick-fil-A chicken. You could drop letters.
Well, they
in
usually
there.
spell it chicken.
Yeah,
when it's a vegan chicken nugget, chicken pot pie,
Yeah.
I got one once. Very confused.
Eating some chicken pot pie.
I'm going in and I'm like, why is it? This is vegan. This is not chicken pot pie. This is chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
My thing is, this is my thing and I'm done with it.
Okay.
If you don't like meat, why do you want all your shit to taste like meat? That's completely unfair. I have no problem with y'all not. I don't like black licorice, but I'm never gonna have anything black licorice flavored. Not doing it. So what's really going on here? What did meat do to you? Because you don't dislike meat. You feel some type of way, and I want to know why.
Yeah, that's important questions. Deep questions. Questions worth asking.
Thank you.
Couldn't agree more.
Thank you. There's a vegan on here. I'm sure. It's 1:20. They don't have jobs. There's one on here watching right now.
I was driving in LA the other day and I passed a sign for the LA Vegan Reggae Festival. It is a front-forward vegan reggae festival.
Huh.
Yeah. Go figure. I was not aware that there was a vegan reggae festival.
I didn't know that there was a vegan reggae community.
It seems like there might even be a vegan reggae movement, Kalea. I think that might be what we're dealing with.
Huh.
I'm supported. I gotta say.
The patties, though.
We're talking about.
They're gonna have
ham,
chicken patty,
yeah.
beef patty. Yeah, that was 3 E's in there. That's how they would spell it. Sons of bitches. Fish. PH. Fish sandwich.
Definitely. Well, the Vegan Reggae Fest, I didn't go. Folks, tell us how it was. I kind of am interested.
Yeah.
How did that go? And how vegan was it? How were the patties? Tell us. Let us know, please. We gotta know.
Chips and dip.
Chips and dip, but you're not living a chips and dips life because we got another picture that's just super flossy for you. I believe you are on the set of a TV show.
Yes.
That you're part of as well. I should specify another TV show.
Yes.
Okay, what's going on here?
This is Criminal Minds. That is Joe Mantegna, the star, and he actually directed that episode of Criminal Minds. I just finished shooting. It sucked because I'd taken off I had really cool I had a real gun. Whenever I held it, they were like, hey, could you keep that towards the ground, please? And I was like, yeah, no problem. It was I had to go through a tactical training.
How was that?
It was really cool. It was a former military guy, and his job on set is to make sure everything looks even down to the way you hold the gun. I'm thinking, I'd never held a gun before, but I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, no, finger here, da 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 da. And now, when I watch shows, I look at things like that, and I'm like, oh, it is like that. They make everything as authentic as possible. So they gave me a real gun. They call it a reelie, because when I first got on set, I had all my gear on. They handed me a rubber gun. I'm like, okay, cool. And then they're like, okay, she's ready for the reelie. Didn't know what that meant. But because I'm kind of new to this world, I don't ask too many questions. You don't want to seem like the retard. So I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready for my reelie. Then they put this gun in my hand. And I'm just kind of looking at it. They're like, okay. And then this guy walks up with a flashlight in his mouth. This is legit shit. Walks up with a flashlight in his mouth, opens up the gun. He's like, okay, here we have the chamber. You see that it's empty. The clip is empty. This is the safety. You're going to turn the safety off. You're going to hold your hand right here. You're going to point it down. Never point it at anyone until they yell action. Do you understand me? And I'm like, sir, yes, sir. It was crazy.
That sounds very intense.
Yeah.
Tactical training.
Yes.
But now you know how to hold a weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But your folks were in corrections, but you weren't invited into understanding the world of corrections in that way? Definitely a separate but equal household when it came to work and family. My mom did not share whatever went on at work with me and my sister for the most part. Right.
Not at all. And I didn't understand it as a child. But even you make things for your parents in school and shit like that, and she would never take anything to work with her. And stuff for your desk. I'm just what's the she would hang it up in the house or what have you, but she would never take it to work. But I know now. She's the less they know, the better. They don't need to know that I have kids. They don't need to know how old my kids are. They don't need to see pictures of my kids. Blah, 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 blah. As an adult, I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I would never. But as a kid, you're just like, huh.
Wow.
Yeah, it was sad.
Mysterious a bit. But now you're portraying both inmates and officers of the law.
Yeah.
Now, what are the chances of that? I'm guessing your dad might prefer the picture of you in this role.
Yeah, I did send him a pic. I did send him the police officer picture. He told me I looked great in blue. I told him thank you.
Wearing blue today as well.
I am
proving a point.
Yes. No, it happens. It happens more often than not. You know, people playing polar opposites, and I think the thing about Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the show is a comedy, so it's not even like I'm a hardened criminal or anything like that. So that still has yet to be touched. But the opposite, it happens. I go out for a lot of police officer, either if not inmate, some type of breaker of the law, drug dealer, gang member thing. It's the haircut. It's the haircut.
Haircut's important.
Yeah, but you know,
It says a lot.
Does what it does.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of doing what you do, there's one last picture from your Instagram. That's you.
Yes.
On stage. What's going on in this pic?
That is at the Funny as Fuck show, which is hosted by a good friend of mine, Sam and Veronica. This was when they had it in Venice. Amazing, amazing show. I was actually, I'm trying to think of what joke I was doing at that moment. That's either the back half of my vegan bit, or it's the bit when I walk into the restroom and this little lady thought I was a man. And I was just like I have this bit where I have to walk into places titties first. That way nobody is startled, because it can get startling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, really. I've had old women clutch themselves. It's like, whoa, calm down. Like, and then they try to play it off, but there's no way you can play off that you thought I was a dude, lady. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like...
Trying to be sneaky grandmas.
Right, you have soap all over your blouse now. Look at that.
No good.
You know? But no, that was a great show. Funny as fuck, out of Venice. That show, in a lot of ways, changed a lot for me. I met Jessie Mae Peluso, who is a weed enthusiast.
Oh, that's true. We've had her on the show.
Yeah, from that day forward, she's really taken me under her wing and gotten me some great opportunities. So
absolutely, I believe you're performing tonight in Los Angeles with her.
Last night. Yeah, no. She does a show out here called The Seven Deadly Sins. It's an interesting. I've never seen a show like this before. So we have The Seven Deadly Sins. She has 7 comedians on the show. Her and I were co-hosting the show last night. And there's a box on stage, and each comic has to go in right at the top of their set, and they have to pull from the box. And there's an item inside of the box that represents one of each of the 7 deadly sins. So whatever they pull, their set, they have to give us 10 minutes on that. So it's almost like a comedic freestyle, like what you really got. But it was a good time. Jamie Kennedy dropped in on us. It was a good time. Ali Wong came in. It was great. It was a good night.
Sounds like a party, man.
Yeah. Party on Melrose.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate your walking us through all of the wonderful pictures from your Instagram.
Yeah.
Wonderful stories.
I appreciate you guys choosing wonderful pictures to be walked through.
Oh, well, you have a wonderful vibe, so we figured we better try to keep up.
Yeah.
So we do another segment here on About That Time called Roll the News.
Roll the News,
before we do Roll the News, we like to shout out our sponsors, Candy Pens. They make the wonderful Ruby Vaporizer.
Oh, turn up. Candy Pens Ruby Vaporizer.
Yeah, it's a CBD moment. Okay. If you'd like to have a hit of the CBD pen, please help yourself. We also like to shout out Swami Select. They provided our beautiful cannabis that we spoke on earlier in the show.
There's a nice taste to it.
Yeah. Robust things. Shout out to Candy Pens. Shout out to Swami Select. But now we'll dig in to Roll the News.
Okay, let's do it.
Our first story from tonight's installment of Roll the News comes from California. The California Task Force raids have raided over 250 illegal marijuana grows this year. Mm-hmm. So people out there, they're still growing weed.
Of course.
Even though the law may not want them to grow weed.
Mm-hmm.
This is the task force in charge of busting those people. And so far, 250 this year. What do you think?
I think that's a damn lie. I could think of 250 people right now. They busted a lot more than that. 250 is what they turned in. That task force, those are probably the biggest weed men on the block.
I'd say so. Where does all that weed go?
I mean, this is my theory on the legalization of marijuana. Even though you have your prop-friendly 100% legal shops, that shit is taxed. And it is taxed high. And when you live in an area, especially LA, I mean, weed is everywhere here. Someone's going to open up a weed shop around the corner, and you're going to be able to get your $40 eighth, or you can go down the street and turn in your medical card and do all this and do all that and pay $55 for the same eighth. Nobody's doing that anymore. People are going to continue to grow on their own. You have a lot of personal growers, too, that sell to some of these legitimate shops. Legitimate shops have to go different routes to get different things as well. I mean, I don't know. I low-key feel like the legalization of marijuana made the quote-unquote weed man an even more important entity. Because if I don't feel like paying, as much as they want me to pay, and you have shops that close down at 8 o'clock, some shops. 8 o'clock? I need to go out and get a blunt sometimes at 9.
Or 10 or 11 even.
Or 10 or 11. I have, there are 24-hour shops as well.
I mean, given that it is a medicine that treats insomnia,
is all I'm saying.
Late night access is important.
So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I definitely feel like, it's what, October? They've caught 250. They've caught more than 250 people.
Well, they did note in this story that this year was lower than previous years, and they are attributing that to the fact that obviously cannabis is more illegal than it was previously.
You might also have people, because I know with your medical card you are able to grow a certain amount. I just don't remember what that amount is.
I believe it's 6 plants, personal use.
I mean, that wouldn't be anything to raid.
I mean, if I could pull off growing 6 plants, I'd be pretty proud of myself.
Yeah. Have you ever grown?
No.
Me neither.
I think it's important. Get in touch with the plant. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can have a relationship to it. Grow some great stuff. That's kind of, the Swami Select cannabis. That's outdoor, NorCal, from a farm.
Okay.
Chill vibes. In touch with the earth, etc. Shout out to Swami Select again. California Task Force, busting people.
Terrible people.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants weed, to your point. So, I guess it's going to continue.
It's not bad. They give it to people with cancer. You will never go to the doctor and he's like, here, have this crack. Crack is bad.
Well, I mean, the doctors did give everyone the opiate addictions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I think that doctors a little bit suspect in the case.
I didn't know about that.
But it doesn't put a bad light on all doctors.
Yeah, no, my point was smashed. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's okay.
That doctors don't give you crack.
Yeah, because that's been my argument for weed.
But
for
that
the
is
past,
technically accurate
10 years.
because what they were peddling was more oxys, kind of other side of the spectrum, right?
There we go. Yeah, that's different then.
Selling them crack.
Yikes.
We have another story from tonight's installment of About That Time. Speaking of things your doctor would give you, this is about something you might be able to buy at the pharmacy.
Okay.
In Washington State, they have announced strict new rules for cannabis edibles.
Okay.
Especially anything that resembles candy or would appeal to children.
Okay.
Now, here's a question. Are you an edibles person? Do you mess with the edibles?
I could do without. I don't like edibles as much as I used to. At this point, I only use edibles for the most part when I'm traveling. Like, I might pop in a couple on an airplane.
Make it chill.
Yeah.
But basically, only for pragmatic purposes.
Pragmatic purposes only.
Now, here's the thing. When you take some cannabis, oftentimes, it's a gummy bear.
Right.
It's a piece of candy. It's some chocolate.
Correct.
You know what I mean? This law is saying, hold on, slow down there. It is illegal to consume this if it looks like a gummy bear. I don't know. What do you think? Is this going to create a black market for gummy bear edibles?
It definitely is, which is hilarious. It's just like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stop it. What do you... My kid is going to mistake this for regular gummy bears? Why did you have them in the same drawer?
I mean, kids are pretty clever.
They're not as stupid. Like, these people are legitimately making it seem like their kids are so dumb that they didn't know that they were biting off on some edibles out here in these streets. He knew what he was doing. He gave me $5 when he saw me walking into the store.
I don't know, folks. Well, I think
don't know.
I don't like anything that like hinders creativity.
Like, what else would it look like? So we can only have brownies and cookies now?
But again, brownies and cookies appeal to children. What?
Hello?
In times like these, what doesn't appeal to children?
You know?
They're exposed to a lot of different things.
And that's not my fault.
Okay.
That's your fault.
Here's the quote from the new law. All production of hard candy of any style, shape, or size, tarts, fruit chews, colorful chocolates, jellies, and any gummy type product will cease and will not qualify.
Was the quote, you said colorful chocolates is
Anything
what you said?
colorful chocolates is exactly the quote.
What?
State of Washington. Colorful chocolates.
What other colors are there? Is this some Wonka shit?
I don't know. It's funny that you say that because when I read that myself, I was like, I don't even recall what's a colorful chocolate.
The only colorful chocolate that I can even think of is like the weird Easter candies that are shaped like kisses, but they're not kisses. They're pink and they got the little, like, oh. What is a colorful chocolate? That needs to be where is this? Washington? People of Washington. Write your senator. Is that the right term? Write your senator.
Call your senator.
Call your senator. Figure out what that means, colorful chocolate. Because let me tell you something. Out here in LA, chocolate is brown. That's it.
Yeah.
It might have stuff in it, but the chocolate is brown.
Yeah. I mean, there is white chocolate, in all fairness. I've seen
there
white
is.
chocolate. But
M&M is a great rapper.
M&M is a wonderful wrapper for a piece of chocolate. I agree with that. There's some colors there. Maybe that's what they mean by colorful chocolates. We just decoded that. Whoa.
They are talking about you can't eat edibles whilst listening to Eminem, Post Malone, MGK. That's what they're saying.
No white rappers. And
you can, however, listen to Vanilla Ice. It's quite all right.
It's called the Vanilla Ice exception, actually. I think that's a...
Yeah, that's
part of the bill.
Article A, subsection B, 279.
Hey, not all laws are created equal. Okay, so that was roll the news. I think we covered some great things. There's crazy things happening.
That's bizarre.
Chocolates, candies, that. Washington State. It's gonna create. They're gonna have to go across the border into Oregon,
uncharted territory,
or into Canada, where in about a week they're gonna legalize cannabis across the entire nation.
In Canada?
10/17. It's a big day. The first major economy in the world to federally legalize cannabis.
That's awesome.
Crazy, right?
Bieber, Drake, Mike Myers, now this.
They're showing the world the way to be, pretty much, across the board. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Canada.
Thank you.
Yeah, for keeping it moving. Now, Kalea, we've found out so many wonderful things about you. We've talked about the news around the world. We like to make sure that we get in touch with a more mystical side.
Yeah, let's get mystical.
As well. We do something we call Astrology Time. And we just take a moment for our astrology, you know? Okay, we break out the salt crystal lamp because we like to make sure that we summon the proper energy.
This is real.
Now...
Can I hit that again?
Absolutely. There you go.
Thank you. I like breaking the third wall.
Third wall is broken.
You see, Will Smith did that a lot in Fresh Prince. So what I'm saying is if you do it.
Just stay doing it.
Okay. I'm here.
Here we go. Well, a funny thing happened, Kalea. Yes. I was looking at your chart, and you sent me the information. It turns out you're born one day apart from me. You're April 3rd. I'm April 4th. And then ready for the really April funny 5th, part? Oh, you're April 5th, pardon me. I'm April 4th.
Yes.
The funny thing is, last week, we had the rapper G. Perico on the show. He's April 3rd. Here we are, guys. This has been a big Aries party. This last week, really, because it was funny. Sometimes it's like Virgo. No. Guys, it's Aries season. I don't know. Even though it's October, you know, whatever.
It proves that we're good people.
Good people trying to do good things.
That's all.
End of the day. So we went to into your chart. Absolutely. Yes, thank you so much. Go. We went into your chart.
Okay.
You know how the horoscope is. Do you follow your horoscope?
Yes and no. I only follow it if I'm having a bad day. Like if I'm trying to justify, basically if I'm trying to win an argument with my girlfriend, I'm going to go to my horoscope and say, well, first of all, this was supposed to happen. So what the fuck is you mad at me for? I'm sorry you made me mad.
Yeah. Well,
pragmatic with that as well.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You got to be pragmatic because the stars, you can get lost in the stars. That's what they kind of say. So basically, we went through your horoscope. We found some phrases that say describe you. You tell us whether the horoscope is on point or not. All right? It's astrology time.
I hate admitting this shit. Okay.
Ready? Searches for love in the strangest of places. Are you willing to search wide and far for that real?
Oh. Yeah.
You think that one works?
Yeah, I think, that's down my alley. I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Willing to go to great extents to pursue real love?
Absolutely. I embarrassed myself about a month ago for it.
Tell me more.
Showed up at my ex's job. Actually, this was about 2.5 months ago when the Kiki challenge was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Showed up at her job with my friend whilst he was recording. I figured out that she was on her lunch break, and so she was like standing right outside of her job. And we pulled right up, blasted the music, had the song going, the camera going, and I created a Kiki challenge dance for her. All of her coworkers were around, and then presented her with a gift afterwards. We're still not together, so that was.
Guys, heartbreak is real, and sometimes it makes you do crazy things.
It does.
Let's just be honest. It can really throw you for a loop. Mm-hmm. And all you can do is try to keep on keeping on. Guys, so what do you think? Are we going to give this a thumbs up? I think we might give this a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up.
Guys, love is a powerful toxin, powerful intoxicant.
Yes.
It can make you go crazy places.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We got another element of your horoscope on Astrology Time. She works well under pressure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think that works?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
That's how I prefer to work.
I feel that.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You like a good deadline.
I like a deadline. I like structure because I can veer off. I don't know what you want to call it, but I can get sidetracked easily. So if I know I have to do something, it has to make this date. I have to, I love that. I love pressure.
That's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it sounds like the horoscope is pretty warm today. Element number 3, always ready to pull everyone else out of a crisis. Are you a good person to be around if you're in a crisis? Are you good at helping others in their crises?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. To a fault, because I ignore my own crises.
True.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems with being crises adjacent.
Yeah. I ignore my own, and either you ignore your own, or it's hard for you to go to somebody because you're like, well, how the hell am I supposed to go to you for help if I was just helping you? I'll just hug my knees and rock in the shower.
Yeah, that is a potential state of reality.
Yeah.
But it's good to be there for a friend.
Yeah.
Who's having a crisis or not. Okay.
It's nice to be needed every now and again.
Yeah, and especially when there's a time of need, that's a good time to be a friend.
It's sacred when somebody confides in you. I take that very seriously because you could have gone to anybody with that.
It's true. Mm-hmm. It's true. That's something that shows real friendship. Now we got one last element for tonight's astrology time. She wants to do everything her way. Is it your way or the highway, Kalea?
Oh my God, this is awful.
True?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Basically, it's your
way.
It's
true off of the fact that like if this was an emoji, you would have got the eyes with the mouth straight. That one.
Too serious. A little too serious.
Yeah. No. I'd like to say I compromise, but I'm very good with my words, and I will figure out how to make your compromise still what I wanted to do in the first place. Yeah, it's definitely. I don't want to say my way or the highway. I mean, I didn't ask you to leave. You chose to go.
Yeah. Choice is important.
Yeah.
In that context. Well, anyway, it sounds like the horoscope was very warm tonight. We always like that. So before we wrap up the show, we like to make sure that we give you a moment to let everybody out there in About That Time world know about what's going on for you, what they should be checking for on the horizon?
Absolutely. Hello, About That Time world. You can follow me on social media at whatever Kalea. Look for me this Friday on the season premiere of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. You will meet my character Khalifa. You will see what she's all about. You'll see her again later on in the season. But no, be on the lookouts for that. Follow me on social media because we're having the big premiere party on Saturday. You'll be able to get the behind-the-scenes gossip on that. Criminal Minds, you'll catch me in episode 6 of this current season. That's where you'll meet Officer Gaines. And you can also, if you want to laugh a little bit, look for me on True TV on the show Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks. I'll be portraying the Nigerian-British comedian Gina Yashiri. It was a very fun episode to shoot. I don't have a shoot date for that yet, so just keep checking as I am checking. It was a black production, so I'll find out when y'all find out. Probably when it come on is when I will find out. Okay? I'm serious. Other than that, thank you for having me. This is amazing.
No thanks necessary, Kalea. Thank you so much for coming through. Again, thank you, Kalea McNeill. Thank you, Candy Pens. Thank you, Swami Select. Mary Jane. It's been real. See you soon.